Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Fusion 360 tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a push dagger, about a 3.5-inch push dagger. So we're going to go ahead and open up Autodesk's Fusion 360. We'll go ahead and create this in millimeters. And then we're going to go ahead and once this opens, I usually go to the top. Then I'll go ahead and go to create a sketch. We'll click on these little beige square there. And then we're going to bring in the file, so we'll click this and we're going to change this. This is going to insert our file that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the find the folder. Looks like push dagger. We'll go ahead and double click on that. Then we'll click here once, it'll place it. Now we're going to go ahead and blow this up. Now we'll keep that in the center there. We'll go ahead and click OK. Now I'm going to calibrate this. So to do that, whenever you whenever you insert a picture that you're going to trace, it always puts it on in this canvas or canvases folder. So what you want to do is drop that arrow down, and then you're going to want to right mouse click on that. And you want to click on the calibrate. So we're going to say that this from here to here is, I'm going to say that's probably, we'll just go 150 millimeters. Okay, so this is about what it's going to look like. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and we're going to create half of this file. That's what we need to actually draw half, and then we'll kind of mirror it over. So we'll go ahead and get our line tool, and then I'm going to go from this point here, and then we'll just come straight across to where the handle is, top of the handle. Then we're going to go ahead and right mouse click OK. And so we've got this little line here that we're going to be drawing from. So we're going to go ahead and go to the create, and then we're going to create under the arch, we're going to create a 3-point arch. So we're going to go from that point there, and we're going to come to this point here, and then we're just going to kind of follow the shape of the knife. Okay, now we'll go back to the line tool. I'm going to go create this as a square. So we'll click there, and then we'll bring it up to here. Then we'll right mouse click, hit OK. And now we're going to do the 3-point arch again. So we're going to go to create. We're going to come down here to the arch, and then we're going to do 3-point. And we're going to go ahead and select there and go out to here. And then we're going to curve this. Okay. Now we'll grab the line again, and we're going to come straight down with this piece here all the way over to here. And then now what we want to do is we want to flip this around, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and do our work on this. So we'll go ahead and get the surfaces. We'll get a circle. We're going to click there, drag it up, and then we're going to go ahead and move it. So we'll go ahead and going to go ahead and trim this. So we'll get our trim here. I'm going to cut that out and cut that out there. So we have this little piece right here. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and click on the mirror, and then you're going to go ahead and select all this stuff here. Hold down the control key. Get all these pieces. Let's zoom in here. Let's go ahead and get our plus zoom. Just zoom in And then we're going to go ahead and get the mirror. We'll do this again. Go hold down Control key. Get these pieces here. Now we're going to come over here, and this is a mirror line select for center line. And then it's going to copy that to the bottom. So we'll go ahead and click OK. Now we're going to go back to the zoom and then click and drag or push forward so we have this zoomed in. And then we're going to go ahead and start drawing this this handle right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the create. We'll do the arch. And then we're going to do 3-point arch. We're going to come from here. I think right to here. And then we'll go ahead and go to there. And then we're going to grab this piece, go to here. Okay. Then we're going to click there and go to here. And then we're going to bend that a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do that probably halfway. So we'll go about right to there. And then we'll bend this a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and do this. Click there and go to here. And then we'll bend that a little bit. Okay, now we're going to put this in there, and that's going to be our last piece for this top part. So we'll click there. And then we'll go to here, and then we'll kind of just match that one there. Okay, so now we want to go up here and go to the mirror. And we want to hold down Control key, get these points that we created. Okay, now we want to come over here, select the bottom line, and then we want to click OK. So here's our basic knife profile. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to turn off that eye next to the untitled, which is our boot dagger or our push knife. We're going to click on it so it goes away. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and extrude this. I'm not going to bother to add dimensions to this to make it a fully defined sketch. There's too many curves and stuff, and this is just a push dagger for demonstration purposes. So we're going to go ahead and come up here to solid. Go to the solid there. We're going to spin this. I'm going to come up here, click the solid. We're going to grab these two pieces here. Or actually grab all three of these. Or actually no, two. We're going to click there. Actually, let's hold down the control, get rid of that. Let's pick these two. And then you're gonna pull this, but you're gonna pull it from both sides. So direction here says one side, so we want to go from two sides. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull this. And then I want it to be maybe 5 millimeters. So we'll go ahead and go okay to that. And then I wanted to spin this around and make sure that it's okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, and don't worry about stuff disappearing. The stuff is in the sketches, so drop the sketches down. And you want to turn the eye back on. Okay, there we go. Turn the eye on. Why is my eye not turning on? Let's go back to sketch. Click on that one. And then make sure the eye is turned on. And it is, so now we're going to go ahead and spin this. Click on the top there and just kind of rotate it. Now we're going to go to solids. And then we're going to extrude. For some reason this, let's go back to the sketch. Okay, let's turn on these. Okay, these should be on. Go to solids. Don't know why my sketches are turned off. They shouldn't be. Let's try that one. No, that's the actual canvas art. Okay. Here's the bodies. You only have one body so far. That's the canvas art. There it is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select these by holding down the control key, and then we're going to spin this. So click the top there, rotate. You're going to pull, but you're going to pull from both directions, like we did on the from two sides, like we did on the blade. So this blade is 5 millimeters. So we're going to go ahead and pull this. We need to pull it up pretty high. I'm going to say 15 millimeters. We'll see how that looks, and then go ahead and click OK. And then we'll go ahead and spin this. Make sure it's not too thick. Oops, it didn't pull from both sides. Let's undo that. Let's undo that. Okay, let's go do that again. Let's get these. Let's go to the solid. Let's go ahead and pull from two sides. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and pull. This does not look like it's pulling from both sides. Not sure what's going on there. Let's go ahead and spin this and see if we can get to the bottom of that. Okay, it looks like it's on the top. So this handle is not really in the middle. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go to pull. Okay, we'll pull here. Let's pull these pieces up. Let's go grab these. Okay, so we're going to pull this down 10. Type in 10, enter. Then you're going to pull this top part up 5. So you're going to go ahead and go to your extrude, and then you're going to pull this up -5, and go ahead and click OK. And now you should have a knife blade that's halfway in between. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't pull double-sided for me. It should have, but it's okay that it didn't. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and come in here and add some details. So we're going to use hold down the control key. We're going to use our fillet command. And we're going to get all these little pieces here. And now we're going to try maybe a little bit bigger. So we'll go undo on that. Get our fillet command. Get these. Okay, we're going to go 3.5. I think that should be a decent amount. Okay, 3.5. And we'll go ahead and spin this. Let's spin that to the bottom. And then we'll do these. We'll change these two to 3.5. Go ahead and select these. .5 seems to be like a decent amount. Okay, so type 3.5 there. Now we'll go ahead and spin this. Alright, that's not looking too bad. Okay, now we're going to go, since this blade is 5, we want to actually put a chamfer in here. So still fairly new to this program, so this is fillet up here. I'm just trying to see where it might be the chamfer. So let's go ahead and go to modify. Here's chamfer right here, right underneath fillet. So we're going to go ahead and change that to chamfer. Then you're going to click there. Then you're going to do 2.5, and we'll see if this is good. And then we'll do the same up here. Go ahead and select that. Go to your modify, come down to chamfer, and then you're going to click here, and you're going to put 2.5 in. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and spin this. Okay, now you're going to spin it to the bottom here. I'm going to do the same thing here, so we're going to go ahead and just click on modify, click on the chamfer, and we're going to add a chamfer by holding down the control key to both of those and put in 2.5. Now let's go ahead and spin this. That looks pretty good. I like how that blade just kind of digs in right there. Okay, so this is going to be our push dagger. So we'll go ahead and click on the bottom. And go ahead and get rid of that middle line. We don't need that middle line. The only other thing I probably would do to this, let's go ahead and zoom in so you can see this a little better. I probably would put some fillets around here so this thing isn't so sharp. So we'll go ahead and go with the fillet. Let's just kind of get an idea of what might be good. So we'll hold down control. I'm just going to put a fillet in there. So we'll try one for here. See if one is okay. Yeah, one seems to be alright. So we'll do the same on this. Go to the fillet. Let's go ahead and select this stuff. Hold down control. And then we're going to add one in there. Okay, now we're going to spin this. Yeah, one looks pretty good. Let me see about doing this as a chamfer here. This little piece right here. Let's see if that's going to make a difference. So we're going to go to modify, go to the chamfer. I'm going to select that right there and put in 2.5. Okay, there was an error there, so we're gonna leave that. Let's cancel that. Okay, looks like it might have to just be a square like this, which is fine by me. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this around, and then I'm gonna add some fillets to the back here. So we're gonna go ahead and get the fillets, and then we're gonna select this by holding down the control key. We're gonna get multiple selections. And then we're going to put in 1. I think it was 1 I did on the top side. Pretty sure it was 1. Yeah, it's 1. Okay, so that's that. That's there. And then I think I'm going to see if I can put a fillet in here. Go ahead and do 2 if I can. Undo that. We're going to go 1.5. So we'll go to fillet. Just put in 1 like you did on the blade. Just go 1 there. Let's spin this. Grab the fillet. Let's put 1 in there. And then spin this around to the back side. Do the same thing. We'll go there, type in 1. And we're going to spin this. And then grab the fillet again. And then we're going to type in 1 right there. Alright, this is going to be our push dagger. I'm going to go ahead and click on the top. We'll get this zoom tool. We're going to push that zoom tool out. And then this is going to be our push dagger. So the only other thing I probably would do is put a hole right here. In order to do that, we go ahead and go to create a sketch. We're going to get our line tool, and we're going to come from this. Let's go from this point over here. Right out to there, and right mouse click, say OK. Now you're going to go ahead and go surface. So I'm thinking we'll put a hole right here just to lighten this up a bit. We'll do 7 millimeters. We'll go to here, get the circle tool again, and then we'll come over to here, type in 7. Now we're going to get that line again. We'll go from the top over here to the top, and then we'll go from the bottom over here to the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and get trim. We'll trim that purple line. Trim that line in the middle there. Trim that half of the circle. Trim that half of the circle. Let's get our zoom in. We'll click and drag, and then go ahead and get trim again before we cut this. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and zoom out again. Let's go to solid. Let's click here. What we're going to do is change this operation type down to cut. And then you're going to go ahead and spin this. And then you're just going to pull this through. Click OK. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and put some fillets on these. So we'll go ahead and hold down the Control key. Get these top fillets. Maybe put a 1 inch fillet in there, or 1 millimeter. We'll spin that around, and we're going to do the same on this side. Let's grab these by holding down Control. Type in 1. Now we're going to go ahead and spin this, go to the front, and then spin it again, get to the top, and then we're going to go grab our magnifying glass, and we're going to just move that down a little bit. Okay, this is going to be our push dagger that we created in Fusion 360. We used an original picture, and what we did is we calibrated the picture from the tip to there to be like I think it was 3.5 inches roughly. So it's 150, something like 150 millimeters. We could always size this up if we wanted to actually print it. So we're going to go ahead and keep this, and we'll save it out as an STL for printing. We'll go ahead and print there, or go to the top there. Now we're going to go ahead and save this. So we'll come up here to our save options, and then we're just going to call this push dagger, and then save it to the admin folder. This is a cloud-based program, so sometimes it takes a little while to save this stuff. And then what I want to do is export. You have to export out your STL file. So we'll go to export. And it won't let you create an STL file until you've saved the native file first. So we're going to go ahead and change this down to the STL file. And then we're going to go ahead and just click these little drop down here. We want to save this on the desktop. Go ahead and hit save, and then we'll hit export. It takes a little while to export the STLs. This is the only issue. This has to be all the way blue to finish. So I just normally just minimize these, and then I'm done with the recording. And go ahead and minimize that. We'll open back up a program. Let's get this out of the way so we can see the push dagger. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial on how to create a push dagger with a JPEG image in Fusion 360. Hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got some useful tips out of this tutorial. Thanks again for watching.